If you want to see where the future of global finance is being built right now, you have to look away from the usual suspects. In established hubs like New York or London, the old plumbing works just well enough that there's no immediate pressure to replace it. But look at regions across sub-Saharan Africa, parts of Latin America, and Southeast Asia. They are bypassing that legacy system entirely. True financial innovation is happening exactly where structural friction makes building alternative systems a matter of daily survival. This dynamic bar chart illustrates the sheer scale of the global remittance industry. We are looking at a system currently moving $188 billion, projected to hit nearly $342 billion by 2030. Yet the mechanics moving that capital are deeply regressive. According to the World Bank, traditional correspondent banking extracts an average cross-border fee of 6.5%. Looking at this map, friction targets specific regions. Sub-Saharan Africa's extraction fee spikes to nearly 9%. Stablecoins compress this to under 1%. But a structural vulnerability remains: the last-mile retail spreads required when converting back into local fiat. A frictionless, high-speed blockchain provides zero practical value to the unbanked if the final off-ramp into their local cash economy still extracts their wealth. This massive gap in the market was obvious to visionary entrepreneurs like Don Lyon. His original goal was to solve financial exclusion in sub-Saharan Africa, where 57% of adults remain unbanked. But lone fintech innovators face overwhelming pressure. Trillion-dollar legacy giants like Western Union are pivoting their operations to capture this digital space. At the same time, sweeping new global regulatory frameworks, specifically Europe's MiCA, create an impassable barrier for small, fragmented crypto projects trying to operate across borders. Navigating this regulatory and corporate vice required a structural shift. Don Lyon realized he must move beyond individual entrepreneurship to build a massive enterprise infrastructure. Single products and localized apps are easily crushed by incumbents. Solving systemic exclusion on a global scale requires fully compliant, macro-level enterprise infrastructure. That infrastructure is the unified Sigma platform, along with the IMIN ecosystem. It is specifically designed to eliminate that final, extractive last-mile bottleneck. Isolated blockchains and local cash economies are bridged directly by a central Sigma hub. BankAI uses artificial intelligence for automated MiCA compliance and real-time risk assessment, allowing onboarding without traditional KYC. Finally, optimized liquidity routing ensures local conversion spreads remain at an absolute minimum. The unified Signal platform transforms what was once a highly fragmented, speculative technology space into a robust, regulated utility engine built for the masses. By building this architecture, Don Lyon's enterprise positions itself to meet massive, verifiable macroeconomic demands. Consider the strict targets set by the UN Sustainable Development Goals. They mandate reducing migrant remittance costs to below 3% by 2030. In high-fee corridors, stablecoins deployed through integrated enterprise platforms like Sigma offer the only mathematically viable technological pathway to hit that institutional target. The organic demand for this is staggering. In Argentina, triple-digit inflation has driven stablecoins to represent 40% of all crypto purchases. In these markets, digital assets serve as a mandatory hedge against inflation and capital controls, requiring stable, enterprise-grade infrastructure to remain effective. We are seeing a massive scale of demand for immediate peer-to-peer settlement and low-cost cross-border trade in these rapidly developing tech hubs. By creating an open invitation for innovation, capital, and unbanked consumers to converge, the IMEN ecosystem actively renders traditional financial borders obsolete. Sub-Saharan Africa and Latin America have become primary laboratories for global finance, demonstrating how money will move in the coming years. The future of global finance is not being iterated on Wall Street. It is being aggressively engineered in frontier markets by massive mission-driven enterprises like Sigma BankAI.